Eventually you'll realize that you've made a bigger change than you could have ever imagined.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but just the visuals in that video was epic for me. Like him walking across the bridge, him standing on this hill right now. But besides that, now with the new format that I'm going with the show, I've been trying not to play the whole videos through, but this right here, man. And I think we've seen this before. Let me go ahead and sub and put this on the and save it just so I don't come back across it again without knowing. The message in it of just taking the one step is what we need. It's simple. Now, big projects gonna require you to do a lot of work, but in order to scale that work in a way where you can manage it, look at it step by step. Now, I have some big projects that I've been working on, getting the channels together, emotes, little images, little stuff, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff. And, you know, I do a little bit every single day. And I was sitting here like, man, I'm not moving fast enough. I'm not moving fast enough. Look back at my calendar and then I'm like, dang, well, I got to do this. I still got to do that. And, oh, man, I'm not done with that. And so this video really just brought it home for me to say, hey, you are doing one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. All right, so let me check. I just got a thought in my head that ain't got nothing to do with the show, but I'm going to follow it through. I'm going to execute because I want to see. All right, so let's keep on moving on. Let's just keep looking at. I want to see something. Well, never mind. I just stay with mental clarity. All right, let's go. I'm gonna scroll down a bit for this one.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with.
All right, let's see what's up. See some more mental clarity.
By Wondrium. Click the link in the description to get your free trial.
All right, let's go.
A person can never reach their fullest potential. Instead, one will always remain incomplete, fractured. In the unconscious half, they repress themselves. An image forms. So to escape this uncomfortableness, they divide themselves into two halves, conscious and unconscious. In the conscious half, they construct an ideal image of themselves. An image formed out of the bits and pieces of their past that they deem as good and acceptable. And as a result, in the unconscious half...
one too. Boom. There you go. So we're not going to watch this one. Hold on. See, that's how I know. I be knowing. How I scroll all the way down and still pick one that we done seen before. All right, hold on. Well, hold on. Simple. Let's take it easy real quick. Simple hacks. Maybe it's stuff we never knew about that can just ease our mind right now.
Forgot to put your drink in the fridge.
Tie these thin straps together.
Right,
On the other side. The arc should be under your chin, and the two ends should look back. Your neck will feel much more comfortable in this position, and you'll get a great nap. Your ceiling fan has two modes, for winter and summer. You need to find the switch on your fan. Switch up to start winter mode, or down for summer mode. In summer mode, the fan pushes the air down, and it sucks the air up in winter mode. According to the rules of etiquette, you must first let those who leave the room, building, elevator out, and only then can you enter. First, they come out, then you come in. If you're inside, then you come out first. This simple rule will help to avoid a collision. In restaurants and cafes, toothpicks are always on the table. Most people use them incorrectly when they pick their teeth immediately after eating. The correct and cultured way is to go into the restroom and carefully pull out all the food leftovers from your mouth.
Okay.
Here's the right way to tie a garbage bag without making this little hole on the top.
Let me see.
Don't tie these thin straps together. Hold them up, make a knot, wrap them around the knot through the loop, and here you have a good tight seal. To properly dry your sneakers in the dryer, you need to tie the laces together. Then put the sneakers inside the dryer, but leave the laces tips sticking out. Close the lid so that it clamps the shoelaces. Done! Wired headphones fit much better in your ear if you put them on in a way when the tips with the wire direct up. Then the wire can be put around the auricle, so your headphones will not fall out of the ear.
Yeah, but ain't nobody wearing them on wired headphones. All right, that was just to ease our mind. All right, here we go. Hey, appreciate you, Street Server. SL Street Server. Appreciate you, bro. All right, here we go. Huh? Hey, what's good, Motion Man? So right now we just keeping it simple. I heard y'all. We just keeping it simple. It's healthy mental Thursday, and we just trying to keep it simple. Right now, I was just looking at some hacks to try to take our mind about what it is we be going through in a day. But I'm about to move on from that. So, hey, welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. It's good to be in here. Back again for another Mindful Monday. I hope that you are having a great Monday, as good as you can. And not to mention, I hope that your weekend was good. So, with that being said, what's the topic for today, you might ask? Let me look and see. You know, because they just be telling it to me. Being wise. So, I'm going to just go ahead and jump straight into our motivation for the day. And then, hold on. All right. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into our motivation for the day. And then we're going to go from there. Motivation for men. Motivation for my men's out there. You know how I go on a Monday. So let's get it. I've been usually picking the top one, but it's out of these three right here. Let's see. I say this one. But let's go with this one. Let's see what he say. Let's go. Oh, we seen this one. Ah, see. Let's work. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get y'all sound. My bad. Give me a second. There it is.
Well, my workout I schedule every Sunday. I schedule everything that I'm going to do during the week. I say I have to do yoga 2 times this week. I have to lift weights 3 times this week. I have to run twice this week. And however I fit that in, I fit that in, but I owe those things. And you don't need 2.5 hours. You can get a great workout in 40 minutes, and that's all you need for the whole day, 100%. You know, this idea of time, like how much time did you put in today? Like, you could work out in a bullshit manner for 2 hours and not get nearly as much done as you can for a half hour hard just running. So I have to get those things in. The only exceptions are injuries and sickness. I do everything that I can to put my body and my brain in a good place so that I'm keeping my engine smooth. I'm changing my oil, I'm changing my spark plugs, I'm making sure that it's operating. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I know that I've done my best to keep it working the best that it can. There's consequences that you pay to constantly seeking comfort and avoiding discomfort and avoiding hard work. And those consequences are you're never going to feel self-realized.
Yes, sir.
You're never going to feel like you accomplished anything. You're never going to have this feeling of understanding that difficulty and struggle and the ability to push through that is a muscle, and you develop that muscle by doing it. And once you do, you develop a lot of self-satisfaction, and you develop peace of mind, and you understand that you can overcome obstacles. If you don't have to overcome obstacles, you never know whether or not you can. Unless you are faced with actual adversity, you don't understand how you're going to feel and how you're going to react when you overcome that adversity. Things that are difficult, when you do these difficult things, you're stressing your mind, or I should say, not even stressing your mind, exercising your mind and exercising your body's ability to manage intense situations. It's hard. It's very difficult. It's very testing. And in doing so, you lessen the stress of regular life. The more stressful situations that I experience, the more I understand what they are and the more I can relax. But it's also like a matter of constantly being exposed to these stressful situations where there's not a long break in between doing stand-up or a long break in between martial arts training, where to the point where anxiety can build up, and then once you get into it, it's almost an unusual situation instead of a usual one. What I tell people is the best advice that I've ever heard, the best advice I ever came up with, is that live your life like you're the hero in your movie. And right now is when the fucking movie starts and your life is a shitbag disaster. Pretend you are, right now, you are in the part of the movie that starts and it shows you as a fucking loser. And just decide that you're a loser anymore. Live your life like there's a documentary crew following you around and you are analyzing your own behavior. Do what you would want to do so that your kids one day would look back at it and see that documentary and look on it with pride, like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. Those are my favorite stories.
Yes.
And the way to do that,
yeah, let's go.
You think that you are the hero in your own fucking movie, and then you get to sit down and you got to write shit down. Write down what you need to do.
Let's go. I think that's enough motivation for us right there. Oh man, that was nice, because when I look at all of the things that I'm doing throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, then I look back what I did throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month. Excuse me. I say, wow. Did I met that goal? And it helps, like he said, when you've written those goals down. Like if you ain't write it down, or you ain't really like put the motion on top of it, then you see what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's my motivation for my mans out there. Hey, hold him down. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hold him down out there, my mans. All right, so we're going to move on into this topic for the day, which is remind me again. Being wise. All right, I know where we're going with this. All right, I'm going to give y'all a few seconds of this, and then we're going to move on, all right? Just rock with me, all right? Just a few seconds. Hey. What does say? Oh. BY is. Oh. One more. Yeah. For me. Free up the eye. Alright. That's it. So Kingston, just be wise. I gotta start it off right with something that, you know what I'm saying, that we can feel, that can catch us. I be listening to that song. I found it's a decent song for me to play when I'm riding in the car. I ain't got no real complaints. But the bigger thing about it is wisdom in itself. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's see what my man said.
Oh, before you leave, can you turn that document into a PDF for me?
Let me sub that up.
At 5:30
Like
on
that.
Friday?
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is how to be wise. So this is a question that has come up repeatedly, not only in the comments on this channel, but in individual consultations as well. People have expressed their curiosity as to how it is I've learned the things that I talk about on this channel. I certainly didn't learn them from a book, let alone grad school. And I usually respond that to the extent that I am wise through pain and insight.
Yes, sir.
That's the secret recipe for wisdom, pain plus insight.
I'm going to take that and I'm going to run with that. What I want y'all to do is, if y'all looking right now, if you can, go ahead and sub up. I must be logged in. Oh, that ain't even fair. I'm logged into the wrong account, liking the video. Hold on, y'all.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
But
Meet
what I want y'all to
44.
do is go to your YouTube, follow, subscribe
Imagine
to these
being
people.
able
But
to
most
build
importantly, get the information, okay? So I wanted to pause for a second and emphasize the need for the information to circulate. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do this part of my broadcast and of me streaming so that I can spotlight me. The spotlight is on the information. And so we run through different channels. We run into different people. Psych Hacks as is one of the channels that we run past right now. And so what I want you to do is, if you at least go and you check out the DGTA _TV YouTube channel. These things are going to be important and very, very important. If it's not right now to you, it's going to be sometime. And so these are knowledge bringing channels. So go check out the channel DGTA _TV. And I got playlists up there, and one of the playlists is Knowledge of Expansion Pack. Go under that playlist. I save them on the playlist. There you go right now. I save everything on the playlist. Go check it out. Go check out some of these old videos if you want to get further knowledge. Now back to the video.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is as to how it is I've learned the things that I talk about on this channel. I certainly didn't learn them from a book, let alone grad school. And I usually respond that to the extent that I am wise through pain and insight. That's the secret recipe for wisdom, pain plus insight. Some people think that wisdom is simply the result of experience or age, and that is certainly not true. The world is full of old fools. That might feel disrespectful, but simply not dying does not automatically confer wisdom, nor does having a variety of experiences. Many people pass through their lives more or less on autopilot. Their various experiences don't register any more deeply than a factual memory. By the same token, simply experiencing pain is generally not sufficient to generate wisdom either. Here's why. While everyone experiences pain, most people have an incorrect attitude towards it. Pain is the gift that nobody wants.
Hey, hold up. Now, I felt that. Let me jump in the chat real quick. Pain is the gift that nobody wants. Let me jump in the chat on that one, because I think we just found our root right there. You know what I'm saying? Bet. As he was leading up to saying that, I was like,
attitude towards it. Pain is the gift that nobody wants. Pain is your greatest teacher in life.
Yes, sir.
Pain is the universe giving you feedback that you need to pay attention to a particular aspect of your life, because pain is a signal that your model of reality is incorrect. And pain is your opportunity to bring that model into closer conformity with the way things really are. If you can alter your relationship with pain, you will accelerate your self-development 100-fold. So what prevents people from using the opportunity inherent in pain? Well, there are many potential obstructions, but 3 principal ones. The first principal obstruction is that some people are so stubborn or arrogant.
Well, before I go any further, I don't want to necessarily just beat people down and go into that part of the argument. I will speak on myself. Now, I don't want to go work out, right? And part of the reason I don't want to go work out is the pain. But that is not the ultimate reason I don't want to go work out. It's coupled with the fact that I had to go and it was a mandatory requirement for me to work out. So I kind of just relish in the fact that I ain't got to do it if I don't want to, you know? And one of the things that I don't want from it is the pain, or that I avoid from it is the pain. But I don't feel one way particular about the pain or not because of this one thing that he just said, is that you cannot avoid pain and expect to grow. You can't avoid discomfort. Joe Rogan said it too. You can't live for comfort and expect to grow in any sort of productive way for yourself. For example, if you were to hurt your shoulder, boom, and now it's out of place. To get it back in place, you got to go over that threshold of pain. If you want to build some muscle, right, you got to go over that threshold of pain of working out. So, you see what I'm saying? So I use myself as the example as opposed to beating down on people and saying what people would do. Hey, I'm people. So we coming up on a commercial break. For those who ain't subbed up out there in the DGTA_TV land chat, if you want to get a sub right now and you want to avoid this commercial that's coming up, go ahead, jump in the chat. Let me see you out there in the chat, and I gift you a sub. Other than that, go ahead and enjoy the commercial that's coming up. All right, so back to it. Let's look at, I've been wondering how this look. Lactic acid from workout. I seen this one time before on like Bill Nye the Science Guy or something. I want to see an illustration of it. Let me see. I'm gonna type it in. Visualizer. Maybe my man's got it.
If you take stimulants to get through your workday,
Dr.
you sacrifice your personal time almost entirely.
All right,
hey guys, I wanted to create a short video to answer a question that someone had relating to, is it the lactic acid that's causing the soreness after I work out, after like a day of working out? And the answer is no, it's not. The lactic acid is cleared out within 30 to 60 minutes after you work out. Okay, what's causing the soreness, which is delayed, is actual micro trauma, mini tears in your muscles, okay, and inflammation in the repair cycle, which could take 5 to 7 days.
Oh,
okay, so
wait, pause. I thought I was tripping. I thought I was wilding. I got a natural healing cycle. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I be tripping. I go play basketball today. Y'all, I'ma holla at y'all next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. I'll be back. Back good, feeling good, looking good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so 5 to 7 days is reasonable.
It's really important when you're trying to recover after you work out and you're sore, not to train too intensely over that or not to stretch too much. Because think about it, the muscles are tore. You don't want to use a high intense type stretching thing. You want to do very mild stretching, low intensity stretching, and make sure you don't overtrain. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Omega-3 fatty acids are really important, but you're probably already getting that in your fish, in your eggs, in the flax oil, in certain grass-fed animal products.
Yes,
B vitamins are important in the healing process. Vitamin E is very
I ain't had that B vitamin in there before.
important too. But if you're consuming large amounts of vegetables, you should be getting enough E. All right, well, that's a wrap. See you in the next video.
That's right. Hey, I still want to see it. How muscles are built. Well, hold on, wait. How muscles grow. There you go. Let's see if they got an illustration. I knew Ted gonna have it, but I can't watch Ted up on here. You feel what I'm saying? My man's look like he got it, but I want to see the illustration. You feel what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
Muscle growth is a process of increasing muscle fiber and its surrounding tissues, requiring both physical training and adequate nutrition, along with proper sleep. Muscles actually grow.
They ain't got it neither. All right, if I can't find what I'm looking for, then we gonna move
I
on.
hit an all-time low, man. I hit this lead ball in my stomach, and the only relief that I was able to get was...
I'm making a point.
This video is sponsored by Happy Academy Brain Games. Maybe you want to up your cardio game, build muscle, or simply live a healthier lifestyle. But whatever the reason, the result is the same. You want to start working out. Great job. But what happens to our muscles when we work out,
there you go.
especially during strength-based training? And what happens to our bodies as we build muscle mass?
That's what I'm looking
Can
for.
testosterone really help you build muscle mass? And will some warm-up stretches actually hurt your muscles more than help? Fear not, fellow gym goers, as we have the answers. Today on the Infographic Show, we're answering the question, what really happens to your muscles during a workout? Let's start with the basics. Muscles 101. The human body has 3 types of muscles: cardiac, smooth, and skeletal. The cardiac muscle makes up the heart's wall, responsible for the heart's contractions. This is how we have blood pumping through it. Smooth muscles form the wall of the intestine, uterus, blood vessels, and internal muscles of the eye. Right now, we're focusing on the 3rd type of muscle, the skeletal muscles.
Okay.
Skeletal muscles make up the majority of your muscles, and they're around 30 to 40% of your total body mass. So it goes without saying, it's important to take good care of them if you want to live a healthy, happy life.
Okay.
Skeletal muscles are attached to your bones by tendons, which are tough bands of fibrous connective tissue. And if you break one, whoo boy, you're gonna have a bad time. You probably heard of trainers or exercise enthusiasts talk about shoulder muscles, hamstrings, abdominal muscles. All of those are skeletal muscles. They're composed of thread-like myofibrils and sarcomeres that come together as muscle fiber. Motor neurons communicate to your muscles when to contract, and the better those signals are at telling the muscles to contract, the stronger a person can get. And there are a lot of skeletal muscles in the body. There are at least over 650 named skeletal muscles, although that number might even go up to 840.
Wow.
Why is it so unclear? Well, the dissension comes from how to count complex muscles. The biceps brachii is one of those complex muscles that's difficult to categorize. It has 2 heads and 2 different origins.
All right, we ain't just gonna go into specifics. I want to see the workout part.
Contraction is the upward movement you perform during a bicep curl. The 3rd is eccentric, where the muscle gets longer as the tension is produced, like when you're lowering your arm during a bicep curl. When your muscle contracts during a workout, it causes tiny tears within the muscle fibers, and the size of those tiny tears in the muscle varies based on the intensity of your workout. That's what causes that sore feeling after you worked out. Your body is getting to work repairing those muscles.
Okay.
If this is causing you to freak out about your exercise habits, don't panic about tearing your muscles. These tears are absolutely normal and are essential to building muscle. It's only a problem if you overexercise.
Okay.
Overexertion can lead to much larger tears and injuries like muscle strain. But don't worry, as long as you don't overdo it and get plenty of rest, those small...
So, hey, what's good, Nia? Nah, you not early, you right on time. We just now getting booted up, started up. So the reason why I wanted to look at the muscles is because when you trying to avoid pain, you avoiding something that's absolutely essential for you to be able to make yourself better. Now, if I break this desk, don't break my desk. If I break this desk, right? Only way for me to bring it back to being a desk is to repair it. Me. I got to fix that shit. I got to fix it because you broke it. You understand me? Or because it's broken. Whereas with your muscles, you go in there, you work out, 200, 300. I done did that. And your body fixes itself. And as your body fixes itself, it increases the amount of pressure you can take, amount of weight you can take. You understand? Now, see, what us talking about this, though, this simple understanding, what us talking about this, though, increases us. Because what we do is we looking at our intellect or our understanding as the muscle. And we flexing that thing, baby. We flexing it. You understand me? So that's why I wanted to look at how muscles work. All right. So it's not a brain. We're not worried about brain. We're not worried about leg. We worried about understanding. And your understanding can be flexed. Like I can drop some shit in your, I could drop some stuff in your understanding right now that might make it be like, I don't like work. Let me work this out. I don't really understand that. You see what I'm saying? Breaking it down, and when the micro tears come back together, you have a new understanding. Hey, Nia, try some of them emotes if you're still out there. I just made some new emotes for my channel. Since you over there on the Dan F. Man channel, try some of them out. Spam some of them emotes in there. Whichever ones seem to fit the situation. All right, so let's move on. We being wise now. So with being wise, you can't avoid the pressure. We ain't gonna just say pain. You can't avoid the pressure or the discomfort, discomfort, and just being uncomfortable. All right, let's see how to grow and be wise. I just want to see what it say. Let's get it short in here. My man look like
Of course you don't have it all together.
Yes, sir.
You're not supposed to have it all together. You're not expected to have it all together. Knowledge and experience and wisdom takes time. Wisdom comes from experience, and experience takes time. The more experience you have, the more you learn from that experience, the wiser you can get. Of course you don't have it all together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go a little bit deeper in that. Let's see what he say.
Guys, UMGC is waiving their application fee through September 3rd.
We can only get a
Tuition is
couple
low
seconds.
cost. Classes.
So many people ask me, is it possible to train your brain to help you make more money? And the answer is yes. So maybe I can share a story with you.
Well, hold on. We ain't trying to make more money. That's what I'm looking for right here. Here you go. Y'all listen up. Y'all take y'all a nice little deep breath. And listen up.
Your true friends become apparent when you're at your lowest. The only way out is through. You are stronger than you think. You have gotten through every bad day in your life. And you are undefeated. Nobody is gonna watch out for you like you. Once you face your fear, nothing is ever as hard as you think. Out of difficulties grow miracles. Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not everyone whom you meet's intentions are true. The days that you don't want to do anything are the days that you need to do the most. The only thing you can control is how you feel, do, and think. Stop trying to change other people because it almost never works. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny.
Yes, sir.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes we can only find our true direction when we let the wind of change carry us.
Now that one right there. That one right there. Let's take a little moment of silence real quick. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's see what being foolish look like.
I met the devil the other day. He walked up to me and said, "Foolish, now do you really want to go to heaven?" And I had to think about it, because when you look at heaven the way they show it in the movies, that ain't a place you really want to hang out forever. Everything there is white. They play that same old fucking song 24 hours a day. Whoa, 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 whoa. You got on white robes looking like a Klansman and shit with wings and can't have no pussy. No! I'd rather go to hell where I can get my dick sucked, smoke a joint, kick a bitch in the ass every now and then. Don't eat from the tree of life. Now what would that be? Pussy.
Bruh, I gotta
get
get off
today,
of here.
vagina. It's where life comes from, the tree of life. You eat pussy? Come on, Rev. You know what I'm saying? Just because you still revving don't mean you ain't fucking. Come on now, you gotta be fucking this, the missus. I know you didn't get married just because she make good soup. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Now I can't linger on this for too long, but I will play this last bit.
The motherfucker, boy. And then gave the Indians a reservation. And the Indians thought they was talking about the Hyatt. Came over, y'all had some good ass weed. Remember the name of the boat was the Mayflower? What flower grows in May? Marijuana. They had a boatload full of shit. That's why they ran into Plymouth Rock. They didn't know where the fuck they was going. That motherfucker's high out his damn mind. Nigga, they got off the boat and Indians gave them some of that fireweed, nigga, they put in the peace pipe. That's why they call it the peace pipe. You take one hit of that motherfucker, shit. Peace. Peace like a motherfucker, man. I ain't trying to fight that. Indians got so high, they start running around telling people, I'm high, 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 high. I'm high, 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 high. Got the munchies and called it Thanksgiving.
Got the munchies and called it Thanksgiving. So, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to see what foolish look like. Y'all probably didn't expect that either. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me alone now. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, when the wisdom hacks. Let's see what's up. Whoa.
For those who think pulling wisdom teeth has no negative consequences and that we should just be doing it willy-nilly, you're wrong. Wisdom teeth are like the concrete footing of a house's foundation. When they're there, it prevents the house from sinking. So would we build a house without a concrete footing? No, it wouldn't meet code. And yet when it comes to faces, structures that are infinitely more important, we just willy-nilly chuck the support structure of that whole face. And when you pull that third molar, when you pull those big fat wisdom teeth, guess what? The whole shit is going to sink back. Because that depth of the face that wisdom teeth provide is not only essential to your aesthetics, holding your face a centimeter forward, it's also essential to your airway. Because that's the depth that your airway needs to stay open, to prevent your throat from closing as your lower jaw recesses back into it. For those who think pulling wisdom...
I'm sorry, everybody who didn't know that information before. and already can't go back from it. Bruh, my whole understanding, like I said, had just went. I'm trying to get right in front of the camera. I did not see that coming. All right, I'm gonna just move on.
Manipulating a fool is easy. Just don't forget to tell them, well, you're a smart person. Feeling burdened by troubles? Try standing on your head.
Ooh, hold on. Let's go back to that.
If you want to be productive, remember these 5 philosophical rules.
Wait. What happened to the one we just had? Oh, man. Where's the one we just had? Alright, whatever. I'm out. Let's put on the filter. I'm gonna put the filter on. We coming up on our last little 25 minutes anyway. Let's put the filter on.
I'm going to share with you my 6 things I wrote down to what I call simplify your life. I want you to simplify your life, and you won't if you don't do it on purpose. Right, here's my number 1. Reduce drama. Number 2, learn to say no. I know how difficult this is for some of you. Some of you said yes 3 times today, but every time you said yes, you meant no. Number 3, be yourself. Number 4, control your people dosage. If you think of people like medicine, too much of some people will make you ill. Too little of some people will make you ill. Number 5, margin. Get some margin in your life. Number 6, and finally, speak from your scars, not your open wounds. Those are my 6 things.
Now that right there, that last one, speak from your scars, not your open wounds. That one, yeah, let me keep going. All right, let's see. Oh, is it still?
Guess which student has a better chance of getting into...
You cannot have, it can't be the filter is on. There we go. I don't want to see the shorts though, necessarily. Let me see, the science of motivation. All right, I'm gonna go jump to the middle of this.
I discovered that motivation. Have you ever experienced the feeling of anticipation being more exciting than the actual event? Share your stories in the comments. To help this video reach more people who are searching for information on motivation, strengthened through neuroplasticity by dopamine, guided by the prefrontal cortex. So, to recap, motivation is driven by dopamine, guided by the prefrontal cortex, strengthened through neuroplasticity, and fueled by reward prediction. Understanding these brain mechanisms is the first step to taking control of your motivation. Now that we know the science, let's get to the practical stuff. How can you use this knowledge to actually boost your motivation? Body, brain-based tips. Alright, here are my top brain-based tips for boosting your motivation. The brain loves progress, it thrives on measurable results and small wins. Instead of setting vague goals like, get in shape, set specific achievable goals like, walk for 30 minutes 3 times a week. Break down large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This makes the overall goal feel less daunting and keeps the dopamine flowing as you tick off each small achievement. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself successfully completing the task. See yourself feeling confident, energized, and proud of your accomplishment. This mental imagery activates reward pathways in your brain, priming you for action. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a powerful neurological tool. Overwhelm is a motivation killer. When you're faced with a massive project, it's easy to feel paralyzed. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, break the task down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Focus on completing one small step at a time. This reduces overwhelm and keeps the dopamine flowing as you make progress. Celebrate progress. Reward yourself for your achievements, no matter how small. This reinforces the motivation circuits in your brain. The reward doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be something as simple as taking a short break, listening to your favorite song, or treating yourself to a healthy snack. The key is to consciously acknowledge and celebrate your progress. Practice positive self-talk. Your inner voice has a huge impact on your motivation.
A little bit more.
Negative self-talk can sabotage your efforts, while positive self-talk can fuel your drive. Challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths, your past successes, and your ability to overcome challenges. I like to look in the mirror and say, "You got this."
That's good. That's some good wisdom for you. All right, let's get one more in here. I'll go to the one I was going to go to anyway. Well, I guess it's a different one.
Did you know that over 80% of people feel unfulfilled in their lives? This isn't just a random statistic, it's a reflection of our deep desire for meaning and connection. We crave joy, peace, and belonging. But the path to fulfillment can feel elusive. This is where wisdom comes in. Wisdom helps us make choices for genuine happiness. Wisdom hacks are small, practical actions or mindset shifts that can make a big difference in our lives. They are like cheat codes to unlock our inner wisdom, helping us navigate life's challenges with more grace, resilience, and joy. These hacks aren't about quick fixes or bypassing the work of personal growth. Instead, they offer simple yet powerful tools to cultivate self-awareness, build meaningful connections, and live more intentionally. By incorporating these hacks into our daily routines, we can gradually shift our perspectives, break free from limiting beliefs, and create a life that aligns with our values. Remember, even small changes, when practiced consistently, can lead to profound transformations. Personal growth is a journey, not a destination. It's a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and evolving. But let's be honest, this journey isn't always easy. We face obstacles, setbacks, and inner resistance that can make us want to give up. We might struggle with self-doubt, fear of failure, or the weight of past experiences. The demands of daily life, societal expectations, and our own inner critic can create roadblocks on our path to growth. The good news is that we don't have to navigate this journey alone. Wisdom hacks provide us with practical tools and strategies to overcome these challenges, making the journey feel less daunting and more enjoyable.
Right.
Simple hacks, profound impact. Practice gratitude by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This shifts your focus to what's abundant in your life. Mindful breathing is another effective hack. Pause and take 5 deep breaths to calm your nervous system. Treat yourself with kindness and embrace vulnerability. This fosters deeper connections and allows you to experience the full spectrum of human emotions. Section 5. The power of letting go. Sarah's story. Sarah, a successful executive, struggled with anxiety and control. She felt overwhelmed by her to-do list and pressure to be perfect. One day, she discovered the wisdom of letting go. She identified areas where she held on too tightly. Slowly, she started letting go of these burdens. Sarah began delegating tasks and practicing self-acceptance. She experienced newfound freedom, peace, and joy.
Right.
She learned true strength lay in surrendering to life's flow. Section 6. Your journey to a richer life. The wisdom hacks shared here are just a starting point. Incorporating gratitude, mindfulness, self-compassion, vulnerability, and letting go into your life can lead to profound shifts in your well-being. You might experience increased resilience, deeper connections, a greater sense of purpose, and a more joyful approach to life's inevitable ups and downs. Remember, wisdom isn't a destination, it's a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth.
Okay.
Start small, be patient with yourself, and embrace the transformative power of these simple yet profound wisdom hacks.
What wisdom?
What wisdom hacks resonate most with you?
That right there gave us a lot of good information that we can use. Could go forward into being wise. Now, the reason why I want to stress just being wise is because that what most effectively leads you towards a sort of safety, or at least a sort of control that can help you get to feeling like you powerful or have some sort of power in your own life. You don't want to feel powerless in your own life. So being wise, I feel, is the quickest route to get there. And being wise is a difference from being right or being wrong. Being wise is to know that you're always going to be right and wrong. You know, so on and so forth. All right, so let's just listen to a few more quotes. I want to go get me something to eat. So we're going to listen to some quotes and then I'm going to get on up out of here. Let me see. Oh, let's see some life hacks. All right. I want to see good ones now. Don't give me none of that nonsense. Oh, we seen this too. Come on, man. Please be good.
With Liberty Mutual.
Commercials. I think we seen this one.
Is there ever a right time to...
All right, I ain't doing no more life hacks. Forget that. I'm good. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna do one more.
You were gonna thank me for this Vaseline hack. Drop a travel-sized jar of Vaseline down into hot water. Once it's liquefied, take your favorite cologne or perfume, spray about 10 squirts into it, and then just thoroughly mix it up. Place it into the refrigerator for 2 hours. Once cooled, rub it on your wrist for a fragrance to last all day. We've been pouring ketchup wrong.
That's what's
Instead
up.
of squeezing on the front, squeeze on both sides and then release. You're welcome. When your pasta sauce jar is too tight, find this marking on the edge of the lid.
What?
Take your can opener, run that nub along the bottom until you feel a click, and then just give it a pull. Easily
What?
open. To clean water spots from your stainless steel sink, simply take a dryer sheet and just give it a rub. Perfectly clean stainless steel. You were gonna thank me for this.
Now that's what I'm talking about. When y'all see me go in here, and I go in here and I'm going to get hacks, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's how you hack. You understand? With a camera. That's how you hack. From now on, that's how you hack. All right, life hack. There you go. Hold on, I might need to make a new playlist. Let's see what else. I don't know what I just watched. What? Wait, hold up. We running that back. Okay. What? All right, check it out. So we subscribe to you, my guy, and we're going to definitely save this because I'm going out to catch some fish later on today with that can. I'm gonna put that in the can. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Let me see. Knowledge of expansion pack. I'm gonna make. Yeah, I gotta make my own life hacks playlist. Life hacks of expansion pack. Life hacks of expansion pack. Yeah. There we go. Let's see what else he got. This is all we about to watch for the next couple minutes, y'all. I'm sorry. My man's just...
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently I can't watch this, huh?
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
Mint.
Lemon, mint, and water. Let me see what the comments say. So funny on the lemon, and he said, "Oh no, bro, it's so funny." All right, he making lemonade. Okay. Why should you do that? All right. Hold on. See what else he got.
Nice.
What is okay. Hold on.
Mint.
Let's see what all he got. Make sure he got something. He got good stuff. All right, my thing's skipping. Who would have thought the days of the internet skipping, we would see the internet skip like a bad CD. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up off y'all nerves for the day. Let me give y'all some conclusions right now. Just so I can get up out of here. Look, stay on your pivot. Stay focused. Stay in a state where you can provide. What is this? Nobody want to see this. It's just a thumbnail.
Want to glow up?
For your playing with me. Anyway, stay on your pivot. Stay focused. Stay headed to the direction of your goals. If your goal is to chill, go in the direction of chilling. Don't try to go work all day if your goal is to chill. You understand? And a part of that is knowing that you got to be wise along the way. I could have said something different. I'm not. I'm going to just go ahead and leave you with that. Y'all can watch one of these old episodes as I get on up out of here. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow again. Tech Tuesday here on Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This is DGTA TV. All right, y'all. Peace. See y'all tomorrow. For theyself. That ain't what we talking about. We ain't talking about creating everybody else. You see what I'm saying? We talking about create a you. You. Like as in you're here. And the you that you want to create is going down your little assembly line of ideas. What will you end up as? So, first step, see your need. See your need, feel your need. So what do you need right now? I need some money. I need a couple dollars. Okay. Well, what are you going to use those dollars for? That's going to be your end goal. So you might want some food. Can you get to any food without the dollars. That's going to be your middle ground right there. Can you get to the food with the dollars? That's going to be your motivation. And then on the other end of that, the you that comes out is not hungry. That's just me playing around with the idea, y'all. But you hear it though. You hear what I'm saying. You want to be able to look at what you need in order to go through life. Now, you don't want to just simply be the you that needs, and that's the only you that you are. You want to have a balance to it, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. So, see a need for yourself. Feel a need for yourself. Okay. Wants and needs. All right. Bet. Looking forward to having one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, type in the chat which one you want. You want the white or you want the black? Because you can only get one. Hey, let's look at a basic video real quick.
I have back-to-back meetings. I can't find my notes, and I haven't had coffee.
Man, I wouldn't want to be you.
Who are you? I'm you. Future you.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go back and put this video on the playlist.
Isn't useful unless it starts with a good idea.
There we go. All right, there we go. The black one. All right, bet.
Financial literacy for kids. Part 1.
Next time I broadcast, next time I get on the stream tomorrow specifically, watch the show I have on the black one. All right. So you can see how it looks.
Needs and
hey, this is perfect for us right here.
Financial literacy for kids. Part 1. Needs and wants. Have you ever had to decide between something you want and something you need? Do you know the difference between a need and a want? No? Never fear. Frankie Finance is here.
Remember to use your
Determining
channel
the
points
difference
too.
between a need and a want can help us become better at practicing financial literacy. Let's start with needs. A need is something that is a necessity, meaning you need it to survive, like food, water, shelter, and basic clothing. A want, on the other hand, is something that would be fun to have, but you can live without. For example, stuff used for recreation like toys or games, or that new expensive pair of sneakers that your favorite athlete wears. Most of the financial decisions you will make involve needs or wants, which is why understanding the difference is so important.
Hey, y'all hear it. Now this is going to take us a little deeper into the you that you want to be, but you got to follow along now. All right. I don't just be showing these videos just so we can have jolly fun. You got to follow along and you got to be serious if you out here trying to get this information right now. But to be brief, the reason why I'm bringing up wants and needs is because you don't want to just be stuck in that zone where all you living for is wants and needs, because the you that becomes the you will become from that may be a savage.
If you are deciding between whether you will eat today or whether you will buy a new video game, the decision probably seems simple. I'll take the food, please. But sometimes you will have to choose between 2 or more wants. This is called an opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is the cost of missing out on the option you did not pick. Let's use Frankie as an example. An opportunity cost.
Hey, I had to run that back. We might have to start doing vocabulary in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? Just so we can remember some of these terms, we can remember some of these things as we go along, because this is important. you'll feel different when you got a word or a name to put with something. All right. So instead of saying, all right, I can't go there today because I'm broke. Well, you know, well, no. I can't go there because I'm broke. Well, instead of saying that I'm going to do this, I'm going to buy this, but I need that, you would look at what the opportunity cost is for that. Meaning, what you gonna be missing if you do this instead of this. And in their example, if I buy this game instead of getting some food, yeah, it's gonna be hungry.
Is the cost of missing out on the option you did not pick. Let's use Frankie as an example. Frankie wants to buy a new pair of rollerblades, which cost $85. She has earned $45 from mowing her neighbor's lawn and running her own lemonade stand. Her grandmother gave her $20 for her birthday. She finds out that the rollerblades she wants will go on sale for $65 for one day only on Friday. Later that day, Frankie's best friend invites her to go see the latest superhero movie at the movie theater with some friends. On the same Friday, the rollerblades will be on sale. The movie, popcorn, and soda will cost around $20. What should Frankie do? Buy.
All right. So now, y'all may be there. It may be nobody there. I may be talking to myself. But what should Frankie do? What should Frankie do? Buy the rollerblades or go to the movies? We'll find out after this commercial break. I'll be right back. Y'all watch a episode from earlier. What I'm saying. Oh, hold on, wait. Okay. All right, there go my man's V-Sauce. Hey, V-Sauce.
The tabs you
That's
open
my
here
boy. Watch this.
are also here.
Check it out.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael
That's my
here,
boy.
and I'm sure that we all love to have fun with hand shadows. But how much does a shadow weigh? It might sound like... Hey, Vsauce, Michael here, and I'm sure that we all love to have fun with hand shadows. But how much does a shadow weigh? It might sound like a silly question, because it is. I mean, a shadow cannot be put on a scale and weighed, but the material that it falls on top of can be weighed. And we know that light has energy. In fact, when light encounters an object, it pushes that object just a little bit. On the surface of Earth, when sunlight is hitting it, every square inch is being pushed with the force of about a billionth of a pound, which is basically nothing. But over a large enough surface area, the results can be pretty fun. On a sunny day, the city of Chicago weighs 300 pounds more, simply because sunlight is falling on it, pushing it.
Wow.
In outer space, where solar wind isn't filtered by Earth's atmosphere or magnetic field, the results are even bigger. A spacecraft traveling from Earth to Mars would be pushed by light 1,000 kilometers off course. So these things have to be factored into journeys to Mars. We've actually already created things that can sail with light. Giant reflective solar sails that are pushed by the sun's light. So in a way that is calculatable, though difficult to measure, an area covered in shadow technically weighs less than surrounding areas being pushed by light.
Did y'all know that? Now, why take it there, Dan? Now, the reason why I played this video is to give you the contrast between what you see and what you don't see. The contrast between what you see and what you don't see. So now, all right, so usually we don't go to commercial break, but I had something very, very, very important to do. All right, so let's figure out what Frankie did.
Either rollerblades or go to the movie. If she chooses the rollerblades, she won't have enough for the movie with her friends. On the other hand, if she chooses to go to the movie, her opportunity cost is the rollerblades not being on sale anymore, which means she will not have enough money to buy them. Frankie must decide what works best for her, buying the rollerblades on sale or the movie with her friends. She also must decide if she wants to spend all $65 of her saved money or just part of it. These decisions are personal, and the consequences are not life-threatening.
Right.
It's about choosing which you value the most when you decide. Rollerblades or friends? What would you choose? And why?
Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Off and running around the room. You ain't gonna do that in public. You're not gonna do that around people. But when you by yourself, you might like to do that. You might like to doo-doo on your floor or pull your pants off and run around the room. You might like to do that. That's still you. And it's a whole host of things I can name. That's still you. But we not talking about that. We're talking about simple things when you around friends, when you're around acquaintances that can never stop being themselves either, whatever word. And you just may cut off some of these things, like all right, we don't need hot water because we drinking something right now. We want cold water. We don't want. Right. So I'm back. All right. So now we just got a very, very important lesson on opportunity cost. That's all that you dealing with all day long. And that's what's been shaping us as people the entire time. Now, I'm going to speak for me. I look, say, hey, I want to do this, and this, and this, and this. And then out of the blue, life gives me a chance to go do what I want to do. But I might have to miss out on some things that I need to do if I want to do some other things, and so on and so on and so forth until I go to sleep. And then I wake up and I do it again and again and again and again. So how much of that is you? That whole entire process is you, but how much time are you spending on what it is you want to do in that process? So let's look at some fun stuff real quick. Let's have some fun. Hey, just sit down on the couch. All right. Let's see. I gotta get a good one. My man's look like he breaking the message down the best.
Hey guys.
Let's see what he got.
Now most of you know that I've lost 2 brothers.
Oh my gosh.
I also lost my dad, and recently, just a couple of weeks ago, I also lost my father-in-law.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my guy. I gotta go forward.
Survive in the wilderness.
Know what I want, so I'll take it on.
Kids, and please consider it. All right, guys, here we go. Let's start.
All right, let's see. Bucket list. You gotta get
Survive in the wilderness. Live off the land for a full week. You gotta do this at least once in your life. Make a fire and find the food yourself. All alone for 1 full week. Or if you don't like being alone, then just do it with a couple of friends. You won't regret it. Go on a real safari drive in Africa. If you have the opportunity to do it, go for it. See and experience what the world was really like before humankind killed most of the animals. Even better, sleep over in a game park to get a full experience.
That could be 1 and 2 at the same time. What are the 7 wonders?
All the 7 wonders of the world. You have to go and see it and experience it for yourself.
We might have to pause right there. The Great Wall of China.
4,000 miles long. The world's longest man-made structure. Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. The 130-foot icon of Rio de Janeiro. Machu Picchu in Peru. The amazing city of the Incas on the Andean
Look
peaks.
at that.
Petra in Jordan, which is like a small city carved into stone. The capital of the Nabatean
Look at that.
Empire. The Taj Mahal in India. The white marble mausoleum commissioned for the wife of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Chichen Itza in Mexico. The powerful ancient city of the Mayan civilization. The Roman Colosseum in Rome, built between 70 and 80
Look
AD,
at that.
used for 500 years by the Romans for gladiator events, battle reenactments, animal hunts, and executions. Go scuba diving.
So I'm gonna have to stop right there. I'm gonna pause right there because for me, the 7 wonders is enough right there. I'm gonna add that to my bucket list. Y'all couldn't see it, but I added it. So let's keep on moving. So let me see something real quick. I want to look at something, take a brief intermission and look at something. I guess the Mayo Clinic would probably be the best. But we're going to go with Dr. Pauline.
Imagine that you've hopped onto a red blood cell to tour the heart.
All right.
You and your blood raft flow into the right atrium from the superior or inferior vena cava, the largest veins in your body. After reaching the right atrium, you have less than half a second to admire the scenery before the atrium contraction sends you down to the right ventricle. To get from the right atrium to the right ventricle, you will have slipped through your tricuspid valve. Heart valves function as perfectly timed doors and only allow blood to move in one direction. After you slide through the first set of valve flaps, they slam shut behind you and the ventricle contract. This sends you shooting upward through the pulmonary valve in the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery sends the blood toward the lungs, splitting it into many smaller tubes. You are eventually squeezed through the tiniest tubes into the lungs' alveoli. In these narrow tubes in the lungs, the red blood cells load up with oxygen, and carbon dioxide leaves the blood vessels. Then you and your oxygenated buddies flow back to the heart through the pulmonary veins. One of the pulmonary veins dumps into the left atrium. Soon after you reach the left atrium, a familiar process begins again, as the atrium contraction sends you down through the mitral valve and into the final chamber, the left ventricle. From here, you will embark on an adventure through the body, because the next ventricular contraction will send you bursting upward into the aorta. The aorta is a large tube that branches into many other smaller tubes to distribute newly oxygenated blood throughout the body. If you decide to continue with the tour, you may flow down to a toe before circling your way back to the heart in roughly 30 seconds. Now that you know how your heart works, it's time to take you on a fascinating tour of the digestive system.
All right, we good. We don't need to see the digestive system right now. Thank you very much for helping me make my point within a couple minutes. All right, so that's you, all right? Like, as in, okay, I want to go eat a sandwich. I ate the sandwich. I went to sleep. The whole entire time, from the thought of eating the sandwich to making the sandwich to eating the sandwich to going to sleep, my heart is opening and closing like we just heard on the video, and the sale is all of that is me. Now, the reason why I like to break it down to that small of a level or that simple of a thing is because we can look way, like, just follow me. we can look way across the beach. But where we standing is the beach as well. So you can look so far into your future that you done mapped out kids and wife and and through that whole process, your heart is going to be beating. Those cells are going to be traveling and sending oxygen. And we kind of overlook just those smaller, finer details. So for me, I'm like, yo, all right, come on, guys. We're all running this race right here. Leg, arm, head, blood cells, white cells, all of the immune system. We're all running this race here, guys. How could we make each one of you guys better? Leg, what do you need? Arm, what do you need? Blood cells, heart, what do you need? And, you know, you start doing things like that for yourself, and not in the whole aspect of, I just want to eat better, I want to feel better. You got to break that thing down. My left arm ain't lifting the same. What we need to do for you, lefty, over here, you need to lift better. We need to get better so that the whole entire picture, or your whole body, your consciousness, gets better together. You cannot cross the finish line without piece of you. The entire you has to finish. So think about it like that. First of all, you got your see a need, and you're going to feel that need. You're going to feel it, like actually get it done for yourself so that you can move past it. So you're not just, I don't know, living to eat, living to sleep, you know, living to drink, living to have fun. It goes deeper than that. Then the next thing you do is you examine yourself down to the smallest level. Now, the good part about that step is you got a lot of data. You got a lot of data. You got a lot of information on yourself. You know what you did yesterday, day before. If you can't remember, then shit, do something today and you'll know what you did today. And then when today become tomorrow, you know what you did yesterday. That make perfect sense. Now, we're going to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to round this thing out. Let's have some fun. No, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. There we go. Let's see what's up. Let's watch this for.
This is what Ivy League universities you can get into with a 3.6 GPA.
90% is. All right, let's see. All right, character customization. Wait, where's the other options at? Hold on.
Damn! Why does white man got all these hairstyles? I ain't never seen no white person got their hair before. They giving this nigga anime hairstyles? Hold on. Why is there only one option for the nigga? That don't make sense. But hell no, bro. No, I'm about to call somebody. Hell no, I'm about to call support or something.
Oh.
Hello?
You've reached Adventure Support.
Yeah, there's something going on. Like, the black person only has one hairstyle.
We can go ahead and patch that right on up for you, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, there is a mistake then, right?
Yes, sir. That's all on our end.
Okay. So right after the update, everything should be good?
Yes, sir. Everything should be good as new.
Okay. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm gonna try them right now. I'm gonna look right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, bye.
All right, it should be good now. That's an afro.
Man, what the fuck, this roll bounce ass afro? Man, no, bro, no. Hell no. He took off the fade and put an afro? Hello?
Adventure Support.
Yeah, I seen the update. You only added an afro and you took off the fade.
Well, I mean, you said you wanted a new hairstyle.
We got more hairstyles than 2 hairstyles.
Really? Well, how many do you guys have?
Nigga, what? How many hairstyles do we got?
I think that was a valid question. What do you want? Dreads? Cornrows? Jerry curls? I don't know what you want.
Bitch, I'll knock your... Hey, you better stop fucking playing with me. Stop playing with me.
I'm dead serious, sir. I don't know what you want.
I'm dead serious.
You talking all that shit?
Yo.
You meet me somewhere then.
I'm not meeting you anywhere.
Meet me somewhere.
You get me jumped. What do you mean?
Bitch, I ain't. All right.
Yo.
All right.
Yo, this the funniest thing I done seen in weeks.
No, I'm deleting your game too. I'm returning that. I'm returning, I'm gonna drop you. I'm returning your game.
That's fine. We don't need your guys' kind of service anyway. We don't need that. We don't need that here at Adventure.
All right, I'm gonna see your ass.
He said, yo. Oh my gosh.
All right, listen up, y'all. I'm y'all substitute.
Like Key and Peele. Oh my gosh, Twitch. I love you, Twitch. Y'all know exactly when to run a commercial.
Bro, we didn't even get to see.
Oh, it was so funny though. It was so. What's good, Beast? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, y'all, you missed it. That was the perfect example. Oh, that's going right on the playlist. Oh, that was the perfect example of what I'm talking about here. Sorry for those who didn't get to see it. If you're not subbed up, you probably was at a commercial. Oh my gosh. All right. So now, when you looking outside yourself, for yourself, you'll never find yourself. Oh, so I'm gonna give y'all some quotes real quick as I cool down. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Now I ask you to study yourself. What does it mean? Study yourself. What it mean? You're looking. How does one study oneself? What is the oneself? But these are not the one who is observing them. When the ancient ones have said, know thyself, what are they speaking about? What is this self to know? So let's start there. What is that? If all the people on the earth vanished, you would know that you're still here. If all the thoughts that could come in the mind came and went, it would be you who observed them.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now
sir.
I ask you to study your...
Now that right there, oh man. Hold up. Let me save that. How you save it short? There we go. Oh my gosh. Did I save that last video?
No.
I think I just liked it. Hold on. Let me make sure
What
I
have
saved
you-
that last one. That one was good. Nah, I didn't even save it. All right, cool. All right. Now back to the quotes.
This quote reminds us that self-awareness is the foundation of personal and professional success. To succeed in the modern world, first understand yourself. This quote reminds...
Sir, let's keep going. I'll get some more in here.
The Greeks had the maxim, know thyself. How do we come to know ourselves in terms of our personalities and, more importantly, potential? Well, one of the first ways to come to know yourself is to understand that you don't. You know, you can learn to kind of watch yourself like you're watching a stranger, but you have to adopt a position. It's a position of radical humility, I would say. Humility in two senses. So one sense would be the humility of recognizing your ignorance. So you have to understand that you don't know who you are. And that's not easy to understand because you think you know. But then, you remember you can't control yourself very well. You're not very disciplined. You're full of flaws. Maybe you don't know yourself as well as you think. But it's hard to get low enough to understand how deeply it is the case that you are ignorant about who you are. Now, there's an upside to that too, which also is that you're also ignorant about who you could be. And so the discovery of that, you know, is some reward for the horror of determining who you actually are. And then I would say, well, then you watch yourself. You watch yourself like you're watching a stranger. You watch what you say and you listen. And you think, well, what sort of person would say that? And how am I reacting emotionally when I'm communicating in that manner? Is that making me feel stronger or weaker? Is it filling me with shame? Is it helping my confidence? Am I laying out a lie? Am I deceiving myself and other people? Am I adopting this personality at parties that is designed to impress and to amuse, and it comes across as nothing but self-centered narcissism? What are my dark fantasies? What are my aggressive fantasies? What is it that I'm willing to do? What am I interested in so that I'll spontaneously pursue it? What do I procrastinate about and why? What am I unwilling to do? What do I think is good? What do I congratulate myself for accomplishing? And what do I berate myself for failing to confront and to implement? Those are all incredibly complicated questions. And you don't know the answers to them. So that's a start.
Let me let it finish. So that right there is the best invention that you could ever make. And I needed to stop on a Tech Tuesday to remind ourselves that you can keep looking outside of yourself at the camera, the computer, the TV, the phone, the whatever it is. You can keep looking outside of yourself and call that technology. But let's reverse this thing. And let's say, who is the or what is the technology? Is the technology the creator, or is it the technology itself? Because we are a creation. And I'm going to tell you straight like this. We function just like the technology. Some of the best tech, like the camera, works just like I do. No pun intended, or however that sounded. But so I wanted to stop on a Tech Tuesday just to remind us we are the technology. All right. So you go ahead and you look at all of the things that you are to yourself and just invent yourself. Create yourself. Make yourself. Create a you. Yeah, we're going to hear a few more quotes, have a little bit more fun with this, and then we up out of here for the day, y'all. All right, here we go. Back in it. Back in it. Don't let me talk y'all head off. Let's see one more. This is a couple seconds.
The great philosopher Socrates said, "Know thyself."
Hold on. I don't want to go to that video. Oh, we'll go here. All right.
The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. We could easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. He who is not contented with what he has.
That one just hit my soul. My soul.
There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. There is no solution, seek it lovingly. The unexamined life is not worth living. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Know thyself. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. To find yourself, think for yourself.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Living well, and beautifully, and justly, are all one thing.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So, I ain't gonna hold y'all all day long, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and round out today's episode with a nice little message for you. All right, so you have all the tools, I feel, in an hour session, as quick as I can get to you, to... Hold on, let me mute this. You have all the tools that you need in a 1 hour session, as quick as I can give it to you, to kind of unpack and start to rearrange and create a you. And that is profound. You really don't have any control over it until you get to a certain phase of your life. It's not an age, it's not a place, it's a certain phase, meaning like a sort of state that you get into that you can really be able to create a you, like create yourself. So until you get there, you really don't have a lot of control over it. But once you get there, using what we just went over in this episode today, you could do a lot better. You can kind of cut that path through the trees a lot better using those tools. So with that being said, I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack, episode 182 to be exact. Yeah, this is DGTA TV. I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here for y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on Find Your Way Wednesday. All right, let me go ahead and let y'all see one of these old episodes. This is DGTA TV. Peace. See you tomorrow.
That's our next vehicle.
Chips, almonds. I usually have crackers, and I'll show you our fruit bin in the back.
That's my girl right here. Look at her.
So at this homeschool conference, I need to come up with breakfast and lunch for 2 days. So we bring out the big bad boy igloo, and I brought a let's see.
What you got up in
dry
there?
goods bin. This has paper goods.
Oh yeah, good.
More cereal, peanut butter chips, popcorn, granola bars, crackers,
Mom Duke's got it
white
popping.
peas.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm going somewhere with this. You said it's her name, what? No. I just keep saying that. Let's see what the conclusion of this. Well, one more. What's the workshops? Oh, they didn't show nothing else. She just talked about
And then I always
relationships. They really touched on a lot of different.
Send people
Yeah.
Look at that. Everybody.
Hunter! Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that I just noticed and felt from this video. This is on a whole nother little side topic. All right, girl, go ahead and sit down on the couch. This is on a whole nother little side topic. I felt good just from seeing them gathered together. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that we don't really, well, I don't take into consideration every single moment of every single day. Who's on the journey with me? Hey, you all sit back there quietly. Who's on the journey with me? Like, who's not necessarily who's riding with me, who's living with me, who I'm talking to, but who have I met? Who have I talked to? Who have I been around? Who am I around right now? Who's left the most impressions on me or the most influence on me when I think about doing things? Who has their mark or their hand in how I make the decisions? You know what I'm saying? So who's on the journey with you? Like that right there is profound. Just seeing all of them gathered around the Kool-Aid. Dog, I gotta get somebody. Where mom put the Kool-Aid? You know what I'm saying? That's hard body right there. All right, let's just type in the journey. Let's see what's up. I'm pretty sure we'll find some pretty good stuff in here. I got 4.
Quickly became the industry standard for image editing and manipulation. It introduced powerful tools for retouching, color correction, and special effects, revolutionizing the field of digital image processing.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
That's my
I'll be
music.
doing shit my way, or the highway.
AutoCAD 1982. AutoCAD, a computer-aided design CAD software, played a pivotal role in the architectural and engineering industries.
Right.
It allowed users to create precise 2D and 3D designs, improving productivity and accuracy in drafting and design workflows. WordPerfect 1982. WordPerfect was a widely used word processing software. During the 1980s, it offered advanced features for creating and formatting documents, such as footnotes, tables, and macros. WordPerfect dominated the market until Microsoft Word gained popularity in the 1990s. Norton Utilities 1982. Norton Utilities, developed by Symantec, was a suite of system utilities aimed at optimizing and maintaining IBM-compatible computers. It provided tools for disk defragmentation, data recovery, system diagnostics, and antivirus protection. DBA SE 1980. DBase was a popular database management system that introduced a simple programming language for creating and manipulating databases. It played a significant role in the early adoption of database technology in businesses.
Look at all of this stuff. I always say this on Tech. I say this every time on Tech Tuesday. Look at this stuff. If you're not using your mind like this, you sleep. You still sleep.
1984. McPaint was a graphics editing program developed for the original Apple Macintosh. It allowed users to create bitmap images with a mouse-driven interface, pioneering the concept of graphical user interfaces GUI for mainstream users. These software applications laid the foundation for many of the modern technologies and tools we use today, despite their age.
Let's see if we can watch
In the
this one.
fast-paced world of mobile technology, operating systems play a pivotal role in shaping the user experience. With each new iteration, both iOS and Android strive to provide enhanced features, improved performance, and seamless integration with the latest devices. In this article, we will compare iOS 16 and Android 13, shedding light on their key features, design philosophies, and unique capabilities. Design and user interface. iOS 16 continues Apple's tradition of minimalist design, offering a sleek and elegant user interface. It focuses on simplicity, with clean lines and intuitive navigation. Android 13, on the other hand, embraces customization and flexibility, allowing users to personalize their home screens and overall visual experience. With customizable widgets, icon packs, and diverse theme options, Android 13 offers a more diverse and tailored approach to design. App ecosystem and integration. iOS 16 benefits from Apple's tightly controlled ecosystem, which ensures high quality and optimized applications. The App Store remains a hub of curated apps that are rigorously vetted for security and performance. On the other hand, Android 13's open nature allows for a wider range of app choices, including third-party stores. While this freedom offers greater variety, it also poses potential security risks if users do not exercise caution when downloading apps. Privacy and security. Both iOS 16 and Android 13 emphasize the importance of privacy and security. iOS 16 boasts industry-leading security measures, including robust encryption, app tracking transparency, and privacy-focused features like Private Relay for web browsing. Android 13 has made significant strides in recent years, with features such as enhanced app permissions and the Google Play Protect security suite. However, the fragmented nature of the Android ecosystem can sometimes lead to delayed security updates on certain devices. Integration with hardware. One of the key advantages of iOS 16 lies in its seamless integration with Apple's hardware ecosystem. From the iPhone to the Apple Watch and HomePod, iOS 16 offers a cohesive and interconnected experience across devices. Android 13, on the other hand, caters to a wide range of manufacturers, resulting in diverse hardware options. While this allows for more choice, it can also lead to inconsistencies in user experience and software updates. Productivity and multitasking. iOS 16 introduces several features aimed at improving productivity, such as enhanced multitasking capabilities on iPad, Quick Note for easy note-taking, and Focus Mode for minimizing distractions. Android 13 also emphasizes productivity, offering features like split-screen multitasking, a robust notification.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back, everybody, to Expansion Pack. I can't believe I had a whole episode on operating systems. Just sitting there listening to different operating systems. I had to have been playing the game at that point. Like, that was the time where I was just sitting and playing the game, hosting the show, talking about stuff. But like I said, welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. This is episode 181 of Expansion Pack. And if you are watching out there on Twitch, feel free to explore all the new features. Let me drop a couple bags of decoration in the chat. My collar is terrible, but I'm the only one who noticed it, maybe. Let me drop some of these emotes in the chat. If you subbed up right now, you got access to some emotes out there. I'm going to drop some of them in there myself, because this is Expansion Pack. Bing. I love it. You got bags of decoration out there that you can use. This thing is terrible. Let me see how I can fix that. I'm trying to keep a work shirt on and can't even keep the collar tight. Alright, anyway, we're going to get our motivation started for today. And today's topic is being yourself. I guess that's why I'm trying to fix this collar. So, let's get this motivation. Motivation for my mans. For men. You know, that's what we do on Mondays. All right, let's go. I'm gonna pick the first one to see. Get a couple minutes of that.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
That's right.
So we created this in our minds, false evidence appearing real. We made it real in our minds. That's why Churchill said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's the destructive monster. So turn off things that can contribute to your fear. Turn a deaf ear to people that all they can do is talk about how negative things are because they have bought into the consciousness of the world. Start attending workshops, seminars, listening to tapes on a daily basis to begin to recondition your mind, to retrain your thinking. Faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing. Listen to things that can empower you, that can enable you to create a new reality for yourself, and a new life for yourself. You might appear to be strange around most people. You know, most people think you're strange if you're happy today.
Right.
People say, how you doing? I said, better than good. Whoa, what's wrong with him?
Hey, appreciate the subs.
Just go around smiling and watch people. Look at this. There's a weird guy over here. Because most people don't smile. Watch them. Look at their faces in the morning.
Make sure you collected your
Here we
bags
go,
of
another
decoration
Monday
out there.
morning. How you doing? Haven't had my coffee yet. Don't ask me. See, these people have not found their purpose in life. That's why they're grumpy. That's why they're miserable. That's why they're so negative. They're hurting and they want to hurt other people. So start practicing using programs for your mind. Seminars, books, workshops. Keep a journal. Record your thoughts. What's happening with you?
Yes, sir.
Every day when you get up, have a journal near you. I use the Jack Boland journal so that I can write down my ideas. I keep it by my bed.
Hey, what's
so
good,
I can
Malik?
write down my thoughts. See, ladies and
Hope you
gentlemen,
feeling good,
we
man.
get 3 to 4 thoughts a year that if we would act on those thoughts, they could change our life. When you don't have a true appreciation and acceptance for who you are, and you allow yourself to be immobilized by fear, what happens in the process is that you begin to abuse yourself. You begin to sabotage your life, you begin to sabotage your dreams, you begin to unconsciously work against yourself. You become your own worst enemy. So what do you do about that? Well, you begin to realize that your dream and your gifts have so much meaning and so much value for you till your hunger for them will begin to push you past the fear. Your hunger to have them will give you a special drive. As you work on yourself, as you begin to acknowledge your true identity, the true power that you have, the true capacity you have to bring about change, the miracle working power that you have within yourself to do the things that you want to do. When you take them on, I'm reminded of a man who, this gentleman was doing a special study of a special tribe in Africa, headhunters. And he had difficulty in developing a relationship with these tribesmen because of the fact that he had fear. He had fear they were going to take his head.
Right, exactly.
So he worked there for a long time with no effort, no progress in developing a relationship and rapport and being able to achieve a level of trust. So finally one night while he was in bed, he was thinking about it. I said, what is it that you came here to do? What is your life work as a missionary? He said, I wanted to study these tribesmen. So what's the worst thing that they can do to you? Kill you. And he just decided, hey, this is what I came here to do. I know that there's some risk involved, and I'm going to do it, come what may. He said, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. He went back the next day, and he started doing the work and trying to talk to and interview many of the members of this tribe. And they began to respond to him. They threw out the welcome mat to him. And years later, when people came to see what his progress was, they asked him, how were you able to do this? How did you convert the relationship from being hostile to that of being positive? And he said something I think has value for all of us. He said, when life can no longer threaten you with death,
right.
He said, what else is there?
Lord.
And the majority of the fears that we have are not life or death fears. They're not those kind of fears. But through our imagination, we blow them out of proportion and we give them more power than they actually have or deserve, and we permit them to govern our lives. We permit them to determine how far we can stretch out on our dreams and discovering our stuff. And as we begin to look at ourselves and begin to, wait a minute, just getting to the point as you assess yourself and begin to prove yourself and just say, wait, hold a minute. I've been sweating this out. What's the worst thing that can happen to me on this? Will it kill me? Will I die? Why am I going through all of these changes over this? How much power does this really have? And am I the one that's feeding the power into it? See, a lot of times we allow ourselves to be fed and to be programmed into being afraid. I mean, you watch the news and read the newspaper, you'll be scared to come out the house.
Afraid to do anything.
Am I right? You'd be afraid. So what kinds of things, what kinds of thoughts are you feeding your consciousness? What kind of things are you putting in your mind that will enable you to either move forward or to justify why you're staying where you are?
Fear-free. When you pass that
I used to be a door-to-door salesman. I had X number of TVs. I had a minimum amount that I knew I had to sell every day. In order to provide for my mother, who was ill at the time, who had lost her job at the M&M cafeteria because of arthritis. And I said, I'm going to go door to door, and sometimes I would not come home until 1 o'clock at night, knocking on people's door, people closing. What do you want? Would you like to buy a nice working month's television set, no money down? No. What about an Emerson TV? No. Thank you very much. Do you know anybody else that would be interested? No. Thank you very kindly. Knock on another. Hello. Would you like to buy a nice working television set, no money down? No, get away from our door. Thank you very kindly. Do you know anybody else would be? Yeah, my cousin, he lives 2 doors down. Thank you very kindly. I tell him you sent me. When I heard your cousin told me that you wanted to buy a television set, told me to come here and talk to you, we got a special discount for you. Yes, come in, I'm interested. I would just keep right on. I would not go home until I did it. It's an interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen, that when we put ourselves in a situation where we say we're going to do it, it puts you in another zone where the universe responds to you. When you have that kind of consciousness, see, the universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That power to create that and to manifest that, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, become bankrupt if necessary, again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. All right, y'all. Y'all should be motivated by it now, because it ain't nothing that can stop us right here. So what we talking about today is being yourself. Being yourself. And the reason I wanted to jump back into today like this is because that's one of the biggest things for me. I never in my whole entire life of living been able to stop being me. Now it sounds simple, sounds like whatever, but I have never been able to stop being me, and that's gotten me to where I am, and that's getting me to where I'm going. And so when you take a look, like that feeling that I just got from that and what that means to me from what I just said is, when I look at outside, like literally outside right now, if I was to think about it, I can only experience that through me. Now, I can experience you tell me about outside or how you feel outside through you, but I experience that through me. And every time I think about going through things, every time I think about my experiences, every time I think about the future, that one single thought bring me back down to earth, saying, hey, you know, you're you in this moment. And even when you get to those moments that may feel like that, look like this, and be like that, you'll still be this same person that you are in this moment. And so I'm trying to learn to control my emotions, learn to control my surroundings through my emotions and the way I experience it myself. And I encourage each and every one of you to do the same. That's my moment for right now. We can only be ourselves. Right, exactly. And you know, I think we really do get lost in that moment of, hey, this person has a problem, or we need to do this thing, or we need to go to that place. When in actuality, you look at it, you're still in this moment, in this time, and in this place. So let's look at some unique people. Oh my gosh. I knew that was going to throw me off. Like it's always the first thing on there. We've seen something like this before. Let's see.
What would you say to somebody that hasn't tried therapy before?
Just ask yourself if what you're doing in your life right now.
Eyes are windows into the soul, and sometimes you can tell more about someone by just looking into their eyes. Of course, every parent would claim that their kids are the most beautiful ones in the world. However, the kids on this list have incredibly beautiful and unusual eye colors that have made them a global sensation. From the piercing blue eyes to a child with 2 different eye colors, here are 10 kids with the most beautiful and unusual eyes. Before we dive into this list, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you would like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway, continue to remain a sensation, and Paragon Other Blue, a stunning, albeit a lot of attention, is a rare physical trait they possess. The twins have beautiful dark skin, a clear indication of their African American heritage, but they also have somewhat piercing light blue eyes. It doesn't just end there, as one of the twins, Morgan, has one of her eyes a deep brown color, while the other blue. A stunning, albeit rare condition commonly referred to as heterochromia radium.
Hey, we about to look up that. I mean, excuse my language. We about to look that up. Look up that. I wonder if you see different. If your eye color is different. Like, if any of these make them see different. Like, yeah, I be seeing at night, long range, 300 yards minimum.
Rose was born with a rare genetic condition that made her eyes silver colored. Unlike others on our list, her condition gave her quite a lot of pain, not until she underwent a surgical procedure to remove the optic tissues that caused her agony. Her adoptive parents, Chris and Aaron Austin, revealed that from the first day they saw her at the orphanage, they were attracted to her silver eyes. Even though Primrose's eyes differed from other kids, she was still a sight from sore eyes and often stood out from her peers. Due to Primrose being neglected at the orphanage, she never learned basic things like how to drink from a bottle or hold her.
Look at that. Now, here's my, and I'm sorry to leave that on the screen on y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gonna move past that. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's killing me though. My shirt, raggedy shirt. Anyway, I gotta keep wearing it though because it's a work shirt. But my point with showing that is, look at them. Like, look through your eyes at them. And they looking through their eyes, their beautiful eyes at us. And not for one moment can we switch and be the other. And do we see the same green light? I hope we do. Because when I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? Let me change that scenario up. Do we see the same red light? I hope we do when we driving, because if you zoom through that mug and it's, hey dog, please. You see what I'm saying? So, because that's important. right there. But anyway, that's just I just being funny with that. Let's look at one more unique set of people. I want to see real people. Oh my gosh. Never mind. We ain't gonna look at nothing else. Unique people. Please, no more unique people. Please, please, please. No more unique people. Alright. Anyway. So, alright, let's get some psych to go in there just cause. Or just something other just to bring it back from where it was going. Oh, that almost drove me up the wall. My man's gonna talk to us real quick.
Good morning, Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School, December 25th, 2022. So I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Hoping everybody's getting through that storm that came through the country. We had about a 45-degree drop in temperature over a matter of just 6 or 7 hours, and so we spent.
Man, when the cold season, the winter season, the holiday season come back, I'm gonna have all my clothes ready.
Boots, and I saw no need to change. I was me, and I could cowboy being me the same as I could cowboy trying to look like somebody else. I shaved the beard after a while because during branding and that time of year we spent a lot of time out in the lots and in the pens with the cattle, and there was so much wind and so much dust that it just stayed dirty all the time, and I couldn't keep it decent. I couldn't keep it nice, and so I shaved it because that's what I needed to do for me. But then when I got to where it was practical again, I grew it back out. Why? Because it's me. Because it's me. And you'll not find, what's the word I want? Confidence in yourself if you don't know who yourself is. You won't find confidence in yourself if you're so busy trying to figure out what everybody around you thinks you ought to be and then match that, because you're not going to make people around you happy. You're not going to, okay? So you need to be you.
Message.
Young ladies.
It's a message.
If there's any young ladies watching this, right now, society, social media says that you need to dress and conduct yourself like you're making money on a street corner in LA somewhere. And you're like, there's something deep in.
That was KO, huh, buddy? What you mean?
Inside of you, that's like, it's kind of cheap. I don't know. Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it. Right. Be you. Be you. Okay? Don't let social media and culture and television and media tell you how you should be and what you should be and who you should be. Now again, there are people who will use that as an excuse to be immoral or to be obnoxious or to be hateful or to be irritating. I'm not talking about that, okay? I think if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm not talking about that. I'll give an example here that my wife has warned me I should not give, and I'm probably going.
Hey, what's up, Stacy? That's funny. Looks good. What's up, Stacy? Where you been? I thought you got the notification. I would have sent out one if that was the case. I paused it right there because of that's the root of this message right here. And if you watching right now on Twitch, you know what I'm saying, I just found the root. I'm gonna spam that emoji or that emote up in here. just found the root of this. So you stop for a minute, look around, maybe stand. Yeah, I missed you too, Stacey. Stand where you at. Look around where you at. Feel, you know what I'm saying? Feel the air, taste the air. That is all you. That's all you. Ain't nobody got it. It's the best movie that you've ever seen. And it's the worst movie you've ever been a part of. And all of the experiences you can go through. But it's all you. And, you know, I'm going to say this as I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the video. When I look at this video and I see my mans, I'm listening to him. And then I'm so moved by what he's saying. I see your comment, Malik, Beast 28. I see it out there. Just give me 1 second. I'm so moved by what he's saying. And then in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing the cars driving by. And to think that I'm being so moved by these words, by this guy sitting on the side of this barn, as these people are not even worried about that shit. So many different perspectives and views and perceptions and people. And so how could every last person have it right and every last person have it wrong and every last person have all the time? It has to be some balance here that has been getting us along. And I'm gonna play a song. I'm gonna play a piece of a song for y'all just to help y'all feel what I'm feeling right now. Hold on. I'm gonna read this comment. I was saying when you said actually we ain't gonna look at no more creative eyes or something, you were waving your hands laughing. I was saying that was like the give up laugh, like, yeah, bruh, I'm done. And it wasn't even because the eyes, just the eyes. It's because you got to think of the thumbnails that be going on YouTube and be on Twitch. The thumbnail watch for this podcast, the thumbnail is going to be those eyes or something. I'm going to put on this other work sweater in a second. But the thumbnail is going to be those eyes, or it's going to be like one of those things I was scrolling past that looked crazy. You see what I'm saying? But look, check this out. I just want to, it's this right here. Just got to play just a taste of it. They going to get me, but I got to play just a taste.
Same old.
Just so you get the feeling of what I'm saying, of what's there. It's something there that's like, is mapping all of it. And I don't like to put a word on it or nothing. You know what it is. All right, here you go. Y'all ready? Let's go. When I get to the part, I'm going to stop it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls.
Okay, there you go. That's the part. The grand design, and it must be some magic. Does he say glue or clue? Let's look up the lyrics, so we for certain. We gonna see. We shall see. Let's see. It's a rare condition this day and age. Okay. Well, there must be some magic clue. Inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene. So, what those lyrics are saying right now, let me switch over screen. 'Cause I'm a connoisseur of fine lyricism and sayings of notes. All right, check it out. What these lyrics are saying to my soul is that now you do hear glue, and that's why it's so good. You know what I'm saying? Because the glue for the walls would be good, but clue is also good too as well. But it's just like that Good Times lyric. You know what I'm saying? Hanging in a Jersey, hanging down in Charleston. Anyway, but what this is saying to my soul is that no matter what, you know, even though we having bad times, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a rare condition that in this day and age, you read any good news on the newspaper page. You see what I'm saying? But that love and tradition of the grand design that some people say is even harder to find. You see what I'm saying? But then as you searching, that's why glue don't work right here. Glue don't work right here. Because as you searching, you see what I'm saying? You searching. If you get out of the way, like my man said, you get out of the way of all of the people who dressing like they working the strip down in LA, and you get out of the way of all of the people who trolling, all of the people that's obnoxious here just for no reason, and you look for something for you and something inside of you, that's the grand design. That's hard to find. You find that magic clue. You find that magic clue inside, and it's gentle walls, and it's inside the gentle walls, because all we gonna see after that is the Tower of Dreams. Real love bursting out at every seam. That's because the wall's gentle. You see what I'm saying? Now, yeah, that's right. Clue. Talking about family, talking clue to keeping the family right and good. But you know, more so even to take it a little, but exactly, Zanita 67, exactly. And to take it further to deepen your point as well, it is your life. It's your life. What's the first person in your family? Who's the first person in your family? Type in the chat and tell me who the first person in your family is. Because I got a thought on that. Let me see. All right, let me go back over to YouTube real quick, because we talking now. We cooking. Yeah. It sounds like you're right. The first person is you. You ain't got to type it in the chat. First person is you. First person is you. You can't even step past you. How you like in the mirror. You in the mirror like, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Not your cousin, not your mom, not to nobody. You. Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. You see what I'm saying? You. And I'm glad you felt what I was saying, because you are your family as well. And I'm gonna play just a quick brief snippet on something for y'all. Let me see if I can find a good video on it to kind of dig into what I'm saying. Oh, hold on, wait. Okay. All right, there go my man's V-Sauce. Hey, V-Sauce.
The tabs you
That's
open
my
here
boy. Watch this.
are also here.
Check it out.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael
That's my
here,
boy.
and I'm sure that we all love to have fun with hand shadows. But how much does a shadow weigh? It might sound like... Hey, Vsauce, Michael here, and I'm sure that we all love to have fun with hand shadows. But how much does a shadow weigh? It might sound like a silly question, because it is. I mean, a shadow cannot be put on a scale and weighed, but the material that it falls on top of can be weighed. And we know that light has energy. In fact, when light encounters an object, it pushes that object just a little bit. On the surface of Earth, when sunlight is hitting it, every square inch is being pushed with the force of about a billionth of a pound, which is basically nothing. But over a large enough surface area, the results can be pretty fun. On a sunny day, the city of Chicago weighs 300 pounds more, simply because sunlight is falling on it, pushing it.
Wow.
In outer space, where solar wind isn't filtered by Earth's atmosphere or magnetic field, the results are even bigger. A spacecraft traveling from Earth to Mars would be pushed by light 1,000 kilometers off course. So these things have to be factored into journeys to Mars. We've actually already created things that can sail with light. Giant reflective solar sails that are pushed by the sun's light. So in a way that is calculatable, though difficult to measure, an area covered in shadow technically weighs less than surrounding areas being pushed by light.
Did y'all know that? Now, why take it there, Dan? Now, the reason why I played this video is to give you the contrast between what you see and what you don't see. The contrast between what you see and what you don't see. So now, all the aspects of you being yourself aren't the aspects of what someone else thinks of you when they think of you being yourself. Now, what I mean is, when you go out and you go do your thing, you're still around the general population. But when you in private, you can kind of let loose. You find some people dancing, people singing, you know what I'm saying? All types of things. That is still you. You see what I'm saying? Now, some people do some of these things a little bit more around other people when, you know, they're drinking or they at a party situation, or if they're around that particular person, they be like, all right, cool. I'll still, you know, be a little, and you'll hear it, and that's the statement. I'd be a little bit more of myself. Well, when did you stop, Bob? When did you stop? You know? Like, really think about what I just said. I'm gonna put on some chapstick. Did you stop on Thursday? Did you stop when you got here and saw me? Now, I'm not talking about basic etiquette, like doodling on the floor or pulling your pants off and running around the room. You ain't gonna do that in public. You're not gonna do that around people. But when you by yourself, you might like to do that. You might like to doodle on your floor or pull your pants off and run around the room. You might like to do that. That's still you. And it's a whole host of things I can name. That's still you. But we not talking about that. We're talking about simple things when you around friends, when you're around acquaintances that can never stop being themselves either, whatever word. And you just may cut off some of these things, like all right, we don't need hot water because we drinking something right now. We want cold water. We don't want to drink hot water, so we're going to turn off the hot side. You see what I'm saying? You may turn off that side of you that you don't want to be, you know, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. You're still yourself in that instant. But let's say that thing that you turning off is one of the things that helps you to shine. You might not want to shine in this moment. All right, that's perfectly fine because apparently, you weigh more in the light. You might not want to be so heavy. You might not want to shine so much heaviness down upon people. You know what I'm saying? Being a little heavy. But I just can call so many contrasts to what it is I'm talking about when it comes to being yourself and trying to give you the motivation for being yourself, and also trying to fix my work shirt this entire time. It's part of it, y'all. Just bear with me. It's all part of the episode. That's why I'm being funny about it. But anyway, let's move on. I think we've got a pretty good bead on this thing right here. Around people, it may be the reserve you. We have many different personalities of us, given the situation, circumstances, and people. Now, thank you, Zanita67. You are the fuel to this conversation we're trying to have right now. Hold on, y'all. We're going to take a quick pause break. Y'all listen to this.
CDs for just $16.99.
Call 1-800-818-6806 to order the Ultimate Love Songs collection on 2 CDs for $16.99 plus shipping and handling when you use your credit card. Call now or order online at timelife.com.
Oh, not tonight, sweetie. You've had chef every night this week.
Oh, yeah.
But I love chef.
Oh, that Chef Boyardee commercial. I love Chef. All right, I fixed my work shirt situation. Yeah, real fast. Anyway, it don't have my expansion pack logo down there, and that's so heartbreaking. But all right, so like I was saying, so now I got to give y'all a disclaimer on the last part and last conclusion. Last part of the conclusion of this episode 181 of Expansion Pack and being mindful on this Monday, because I wanna teach, not teach as in the sense of I know more than you, but teach in the sense of reach, like we can lift each other up together. I'm not up here, you're not down there, we're down here together, and put your foot in my hand. Put your foot in my hand, I'ma toss you up there. Can you pull me up, sir? Can you pull me up? Will you pull me up after that? Is what I'm trying to do here. All right, so with that being said, I gave you the disclaimer. Now, what we have defined here is a sort of flaw in being yourself. Now, in the traditional sense, you will never, ever, 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 ever breathe with someone else's lungs unless you're on a machine.